to do anything. They allowed 23 points against Jacksonville. That's their 24 points against Mount Pleasant, is the most that they had allowed before tonight. Dunn trying to find a receiver downfield. He has a wide open receiver into the end zone for a touchdown. Daniquez Dunn on the outside, just finding time. And Jalen Herman on the reception. Crosby adds to their lead. PAT is up and good. So Crosby stretches their lead. 1:17 remaining in the first half. Crosby now leads 35-14. We'll be right back. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Hey, sports fans, don't forget to go to TexanLive.com and vote for our player of the week. You can also go to TexanLive.com and check out our top 10 plays of the week. And if we missed your top play, you can always send it to us at TexanLive@gmail.com, or you can tag us on Twitter at Texan_live.
Crosby with a 21-point lead over the number 5 team in the state. Texas High came into this game 11-0. Their only real test came here in this town in Nacogdoches, at Nacogdoches High School, just about a mile down the road. The 21-17 victory for Texas High. This one's going to go into the end zone, and Texas High is just going to take the ball at the 25. So this Crosby offense, who scored 66 points last week, has scored 50 points 5 times this season. So far here in the first half, 35 points against a Texas High defense that was only allowing 13 points a game coming into this matchup. First and 10, McHenry's going to pump fake, trying to find the double move. He runs into his own man and is taken down. McCoy Casey able to bring him down after he ran over his own offensive lineman, just bumped into him trying to find a hole to get up and scramble. Bring up 2nd and 15 now, 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. Back to pass. He has time. Complete. This is Clayton Smith right at the yard marker. I think they're going to give him a first down. First and 10. 30 seconds and counting remaining here in the first half. Back to pass. A desperation throw. This is incomplete. Ryan Sellers, the intended receiver. Good coverage there by the Cougars. Second and 10, 22 seconds remaining. McHenry back to pass. He has a receiver open, caught. Good enough for a first down, 15 seconds. Caden Miller with the reception, 15 seconds. They're going to start the clock when they spot it. Clock is running now. Henry back to pass, looking for the outside, trying to find the big play. And let's see, this is incomplete, and that might have been the best thing that could have happened. It would have been hard to get to the line and try to get a playoff in 5 seconds. I know the clock stops, but still trying to get in position once they place that ball in 5 seconds. This gives you a opportunity to at least go for the Hail Mary. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Wouldn't be surprised if there's two defenders on Clayton Smith on that far side. And Crosby's going to take a timeout. Second timeout of the first half for Crosby. This is probably going to be an opportunity to throw it up to Clayton Smith. The last time that Clayton Smith came into the game, one of the first opportunities that he had to see the ball, Crosby shadowed a second defender over there. Wouldn't be surprised if they do that again. This Texas High team's been actually throwing to Ryan Sellers on their jump balls. This team's got multiple receivers that can make great catches. Caden Miller, Ryan Sellers. Clayton Smith doesn't have a lot of receptions on the year, but he's a 6'5" frame. D1 athlete, so of course he's also in the mix in this one. Five seconds remaining. Opportunity for a Hail Mary here. Have to go 45 yards to score. Pressure drops off. And he is going to be taken down. What a play. Wade Lewis came around and was able to hit McHenry as he was about to let go of the ball. And who would have thought this coming into this game? Crosby is going to take a 35-14 lead into the break. We're going to stick around here for the halftime performances. Drill teams and bands are going to be playing, so stick around to watch those. We'll be back for the second half. You're watching TexanLive.com.
100 years ago, Texas.
This Crosby team was kind of shocked to start the game. Crosby came out and had a 28-0 lead in this one. Tigers able to score 2 unanswered, put them within 2 touchdowns. Crosby added the last touchdown late, and so we have a 35-14 ball game as Texas High is going to get the ball to start the second half. And we are off in the second half of this Class 5A Division II playoff game. The winner of this game will go on to play Huntsville or Barbers Hill. Get you some scores for some of the other games around the area. The one state championship game that is going on right now, of course, you had Carthage beating Gilmer 70-14 in the earlier matchup today. In the 4A Division I matchup, Argyle, number 1 Argyle, is leading Lindale 28-0 at halftime. False start on Texas High. 28-0, Argyle leads Lindale at the half in the 4A Division I state championship game. False start's going to bring up 1st and 15. McHenry back to pass. It's knocked out. I think Crosby got on it. I think Crosby was able to get on top of it. The ball was knocked out. They're going to say Texas High recovered. This defensive line for Crosby has been disrupting everything for Texas High offensively. 2nd and 20. McHenry back to pass. He's got a receiver. Two Crosby defenders ran into each other. Texas High's looking for a flag because Crosby defender did kind of grab him. They were kind of, I think he was grabbing him trying to stay up, but no flags. Going to be incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and 20. So the winner of this game is going to go on to play either Huntsville or Barbers Hill. The score at the halftime, Huntsville, number 4 Huntsville over Barbers Hill, 28-0 at the half. Low snap. McHenry picks it up, has plenty of time in the pocket, escapes left. He's got some room to run, and he is flipped on that far side. That's going to bring up 4th down, and the punting unit comes on for Texas High. So the Crosby defense picking up what they left off. In the first half, we'll see if their offense can pick up where they left off. Daniquez done. Back to receive. This is going to get a Texas High bounce. And the ball is going to be spotted at the 36-yard line. Crosby offense scored 66 points last week in a win against Willow Ridge in the first round of the playoffs. Of course, that was at home. The 5A and 6A teams were able to elect if they wanted home field if they were the higher seed. This is going to be pitched out to Branch. He's going to sneak in between some blockers. A good gain about 9. Branch is so quick. It's going to be 2nd and 1 now. Branch picked up 9 on the carry. Done. Quarterback draws. Going to get the first down right at the marker. I think they're going to give him the first down. You know, it's an aspect that makes this Crosby team really difficult to defend when you have 2 guys in the backfield that play quarterback and running back. They can just play both positions and that have played both positions. Difficult to defend. Any point in time they can switch up. Both of them can throw the ball. Both of them can run. 1st and 10. We're going to get a false start. Demetrius Strahan, the junior, with a false start. Back him up 5. Dunn's pass, swinging outside to Branch, and he is going nowhere. A great play out there by Devarius Tyson. Second and 15. Didn't gain any yards on that one. Clayton Smith coming in with a blitz, and he can't wrap up Dunn. Dunn on the left side tries to make another man miss. He drops the ball, and it's recovered by Texas High. There is a flag on the play. But the ball is recovered by Texas High. Jalen Jones comes in and comes up with the football. We'll see what the flag is. Texas High is saying it's going to be on Crosby and that they're going to have the ball. And it is. It's going to be a holding call. So the penalty will be declined. Texas High will take over, and maybe that's the momentum swing that they need. Maybe that's the play that they need to try to get back in this game. Currently trailing by 3 touchdowns. This is a handoff. Up the middle, gain of a couple. They haven't been able to run the ball very efficiently. Collier-Witcher's going to. Witcher, the senior, the 5'9 senior. Had a couple carries tonight. But this Crosby defense has been able to hold them. Besides McHenry running the ball, there hasn't been a lot of movement from this run game. Here he is again and going nowhere. Javon King comes in and makes a tackle, maybe loss of 1. Going to bring up 3rd and 9 now. Henry, plenty of time. Escaping to his left, going to toss it up. He's got a wide open receiver. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas High. Trey Roberts with the touchdown reception. 46-yard touchdown. Brayson McHenry's 3rd touchdown pass of the night to 3 different receivers. And after the turnover, Texas High is able to capitalize. Texas High able to close the gap. 7:29 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Crosby still leads 35-21. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance.
After the turnover, Texas High is able to capitalize. Texas High able to close the gap. 7:29 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Crosby still leads 35-21. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Apply to the university.
(35-21). You're watching TexanLive.com.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
I think that Ford's doing an excellent job.
I have a standard model, so I was really shocked with how many features are actually on it.
The remote control start and the Ford Pass app is one of my favorites.
I think the hands-free is the most important thing for me. We love the Apple CarPlay. The wireless is great. I can talk to text, I can answer phone messages. Anything I can do with my phone, I can do safely in a hands-free way.
Drive Expedition with $13,341 in savings at your Texas Ford dealer.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Texas High trying to fight their way back into this game. At one point, trailed 28-0. After the fumble by Taniquez Dunn, they're able to capitalize. This one's going to bounce. Is caught in the midfield. He's going to run out to the outside. It's going to be a good return for Crosby. So pretty good field position for the Cougars. They're just going to try to keep Texas High at arm's length. Be important for them to get a score on this drive. Dunn, swing pass out to Branch. He's got plenty of space. Branch on the outside. Branch got some room to the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Reggie Branch. His second receiving touchdown of the night, his 5th overall. And Crosby comes back out with a gut punch to Texas High. $7:12 remaining here in the third quarter. Crosby keeping them in an arm's distance. 42-21. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Hey, sports fans, don't forget to go to TexanLive.com and vote for our player of the week. You can also go to TexanLive.com and check out our top 10 plays of the week. And if we missed your top play, you can always send it to us at TexanLive@gmail.com, or you can tag us on Twitter at Texan_live.
If you like offense, you're going to like this second half. 2 touchdowns on 2 consecutive plays. Crosby extending their lead back to 21. The pass from Daniquez Dunn to Reggie Branch. Dunn's third touchdown pass of the day. Pushes the lead back up to 21 for Crosby. Told you at the beginning of the game there's going to be a lot of scoring in this one. Texas High has kind of found a groove a little bit throwing the ball. See if they can keep that up and try to get their run game going a little bit. Their run game's been stopped. They're able to capitalize on miscues from the Crosby offense. Henry back to pass. This one's going to be over the middle. No flags. He might have gotten a little bit of a jersey, but no flags. Incomplete. Texas High fans here on the home side not happy with that one. Carry's going nowhere. Crosby able to corral Braylon Stewart. Hasn't been able to go anywhere. Going to bring up 3rd and 10 now. Third and 10, late substitution for Crosby. They're going to call a timeout. Late timeout call. They tried to run in a sub there, but decided just let's call a timeout and let's regroup. Let's figure this out. It's a big 3rd down. 3rd and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. Man, this Crosby team is fast. They got speed all over the field. Texas High here tonight has just been off by a little. It seemed like Crosby came out swinging. They're kind of been playing on their toes the entire day. 3rd and 10, 6:35 in the third quarter. Crosby showing pressure, drops off, but he's going to get pressure anyway. Sack. McCoy Casey on the sack. Going to bring up 4th down. When you can get pressure with a 3-man rush, it really, really hurts an offense. Ryan Sellers will do the kicking duties. Going to kick it off to Daniquez Dunn, the quarterback, who I don't think has fielded a punt all night. This one's going to go out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. Crosby's going to have good field position. They're going to mark it at the 48-yard line, so Crosby will take over after the long touchdown pass from Daniquez Dunn, which was just a little bubble route. Reggie Branch did the rest. Good blocking downfield from the receivers. Dunn and Branch both in the backfield. Dunn going to fake it like he's going to pass. Makes a shifty move. Daniquez Dunn. Not a big fellow, only 5'7", 159. But man, he can make you miss. Wilson in motion. Handoff to Wilson. Clayton Smith couldn't get him. Wilson has a little bit of a hole. Good enough for first down and a lot more. Man, Clayton Smith, the 6'5" senior, committed to play in Norman, Oklahoma next year, has been all over the field but has not been able to just make that tackle. Dunn, gonna throw it up, one-on-one on the outside, caught! Touchdown! Jalen Herman's second touchdown of the day. 27-yard strike. And Crosby, his offensive firepower, has shown up tonight. And the PAT is up and good. Daniquez Dunn, 4th touchdown pass of the day. Stretches the lead. Crosby leads 49-21. We'll be right back. You're watching TexanLive.com.
100 years ago, Texas UIL football began to define competitive spirit and tradition. And from that moment, we changed how the game was played. Our gridirons shaped legends. Our leaders went on to bring home national championships and Hall of Fame honors, shattering records, some still standing today. Texas is high school football. Deeply rooted in all generations, Fox Sports Southwest and the UIL proudly celebrate 100 years of Texas high school football. Presented by Jack in the Box.
Crosby Cougars trying to get to the 3rd round of the playoffs. And it has been a great performance here in Nacogdoches. Lead 49-21. 5:13 remaining in the third quarter. They just keep getting touchbacks. Trevor Helberg, the senior's just been booting this ball when he's kicked off. So this is a position that Texas High has not been in all season. They've got a lot of work to do down 28. with 5:13 remaining in the third. Pass is going to be caught. What a catch! Caden Miller. Jamari Johnson was on the coverage there, but a great grab by Caden Miller. I'd be interested to see how many pass attempts Bryson McHenry has had tonight. Here's another one. Pass is going to be caught. Great catch by Sellers. He's going to make a man miss. Pushed out of bounds. Into Cougar territory. And that's been kind of the same play that we've seen all night. There's going to be a penalty. I think there's going to be false start. Colin Shelley, the senior, gets called with a false start. Going to move him back 5. 1st and 15 now. All spotted at the 42-yard line. Pressure drops off. Kenry going to throw it deep for the post route. Incomplete. Randolph Hubbard with the coverage there. Incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd and 15. Trey Roberts, the intended receiver, just couldn't get it. Henry has some time. He's being chased down. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Be pushed out of bounds, and like I said earlier in this game, there have been some back and forth between these two teams. Wade Lewis there pushed him out of bounds. Texas High fans think he pushed him late. Should have been a flag, but no call. And the referees, I think, need to try to get control of this. This could get ugly real quick. Bryson McHenry on that sideline kind of jawing at some players, and I think the referee's got to step in here. McHenry's going to pass again. Doesn't have anybody open. He finally finds the receiver. This is Miller. He's going to catch it down the sideline. Miller, who just ran over a defender. Caden Miller lowered his helmet. And just ran over the Crosby defender. Bring up 1st and goal. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line. 4:21 remaining in the third quarter. And Texas High just trying to answer the score. Crosby's come out and scored 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter. Back-to-back on opening possessions. And off to Stewart. He's trying to find some space. Wade Lewis there on the tackle. A bunch of other Cougars there along with him as well. Henry back to pass, finds an open man, incomplete. Jaden Kelly, the intended receiver. There's a flag on the far side. Flag's about the 7-yard. I didn't hear what they called, but it's going to be on legal man downfield. Okay, that was a. Going to bring up 2nd and 12, still 2nd and goal. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. Henry rolling to his right, trying to find a receiver, flips it up, incomplete. Intended for Blake Rogers. They bring up 3rd and goal from the 12 now. Rogers tried to make the catch at the pylon. Incomplete. 3:39 remaining in the third quarter. Crosby's trying to pull off the upset. Currently up 28. Let's see what Coach Clint Toon, offensive coordinator at Texas High, has dialed up for this 3rd down. Across the middle, and this is caught. It's going to be at the 1. Caden Miller, but it's going to be 4th down. 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the 1. A great play there by the defense to. And you got Clayton Smith taking this one. Clayton Smith, he fumbles it, but he's going to get in. Clayton Smith fumbled the snap a little bit, but gets into the end zone. Texas High trying to get back into this game. Right now, we're going blow for blow here in the second half. PAT is up and good. Texas High trying to do whatever they can to get back into this one. They narrow the lead to 28-49. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Gear up for fall at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
.302 remaining here in the third quarter. Texas High on the 1-yard rush from Clayton Smith. On 4th and goal from the 1. They put it in the senior's hands. This pooch kick's going to be returned. Crosby's going to have good field position. Cameron Jackson there on the return for the Cougars. The bands have come out tonight, and they've been playing, getting me pumped up here in the booth. 2:56 remaining in the third quarter. Dunn and Branch both in the backfield. Branch, see, this is what I was talking about. Branch is going to throw it back to Dunn, who's going to try to get the double pass. Throws it back to Branch on the far side. He's got plenty of green grass. He's going to try to make a man miss, run it back field. Branch making all sorts of moves and gets a first down. Gain of 11, but he ran probably 55. Branch running all over, and that's what I was talking about. When you have two quarterbacks in the backfield, you got to be ready for everything. Done. Hand off to Branch on the outside. Good block. Branch trying to find the edge. It's a good block there. Jalen Herman come down from that wide receiver position and get that linebacker out of there. This Crosby offense is humming right now. So much speed. Crosby's rocking those all-white uniforms. Same design as the Texas A&M uniforms from last year. It's kind of hard sometimes to read the numbers. Have the stripes on those shoulders. Branch with the handoff. And a great defensive play. Jackson Halter, the linebacker, able to corral Reggie Branch. Seems like the first time anybody's able to take him down the first contact. I think Crosby's going to call a timeout. 2nd and 10, balls at their 36-yard line. Didn't like something. And this game's been a lot of fun. Crosby currently leading by 21, 49-28 with 1:36 remaining in the third quarter. There's been a lot of action. Give you a couple of scores from around the area in this 5A Division II bracket. Mansfield Timberview currently leads number 1 Ennis 35-28 with 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. That'd be a big upset. Huntsville, the winner of this will play Huntsville. They're up 35-0 to start the fourth. Dunn throws it up. This is a jump ball. It's caught and touchdown. Jalen Herman, his third touchdown reception of the night. And make it 5 passing touchdowns for Daniquez Dunn. And man, Texas High, every time they score, Crosby just comes back on the other end and matches. It was a no good. I think the hold was a little awkward on that one. Nevertheless, Crosby extends their lead 55-28. We'll be right back. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
1:28 remaining here in the third quarter. This one's going to be returned. The first time that Texas High has returned it. And this is a great return here. Able to stay on his feet and finally falls down. Trey Roberts tried to find the outside, unable to. Score update in the 4A Division I state championship. Number 1 Argyle, 35. Lindale, 14. About to head into the fourth quarter of that one. Over in 5A Division I, number 8 Longview over number 3 Lancaster, 42-14. Manville over Dripping Springs, 38-21. Kenry back to pass. Receiver is open. It's caught. Caden Miller had a great game so far. Has been the number 1 target for McHenry. And this Texas High team has found success over the middle. The Crosby defenders are right there, but McHenry's been pretty accurate with the ball. Able to find it's a little bit of a hole. Henry back to pass. Pursued, makes a great move. Oh, McHenry showing his athleticism. McCoy Casey tried to get him. McHenry just made a nice move. Something we haven't mentioned here, so Texas High's uniforms look like the University of Texas. Crosby's got the Texas A&M look. Incomplete pass. Nobody's around. They're going to say it was outside of the pocket, so it's not going to be a intentional grounding. Third and 7. This pass is going to be incomplete. Ryan Sellers unable. They worked that hitch route a lot in the first quarter. Haven't gone back to it a ton since. But there was unable to complete it. 28 seconds remaining in the third. This is going to be 4th and 7. The offense is going to stay out on the field, and I feel like that's pretty much what's going to have to happen now for the remainder of this game. 27-point lead for the Cougars. McHenry back to pass, complete. This is Clayton Smith. Run over defender, Clayton Smith trying to take on the entire Crosby defense. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line, so Texas High now in Crosby territory. And I think they're going to just run this one down to the end of the quarter. They're going to have to hurry to get it off. 2 seconds. 1, and they don't get the play off. So at the end of 3, Crosby leads Texas High 55-28. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter. You're watching TexanLive.com.
I think that Ford's doing an excellent job.
I have a standard model, so I was really, really shocked with how many features are actually on it.
The remote control start and the Ford Pass app is one of my favorites.
I think the hands-free is the most important thing for me. We love the Apple CarPlay. The wireless is great. I can talk to text, I can answer phone messages. Anything I can do with my phone, I can do safely in a hands-free way.
Drive Expedition with $13,341 in savings at your Texas Ford dealer.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Clean food. Words you don't often hear. Words we at Panera live by. Because clean food is food as it should be, with no artificial flavors, preservatives, sweeteners, and no colors from artificial sources. We think clean food tastes better, feels better, does better. 100% of our food will be clean by year's end. Every bite will be food as it should be.
Welcome back to start of the fourth quarter. This one's going to be caught. What a catch. Blake Rogers with a catch, and they're going to call pass interference as well, so that play is going to stand.
At the Crosby 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
Texas High trying to, again, just make something happen to try to get this game closer. Passes off the head, off the face mask of Clayton Smith. Brayson McHenry has had to throw the ball at least 30 times tonight. I mean, he has just dropped back constantly. Coming into this game, he's completing 64% of his passes. Tonight, it's been a rough night for him. Crosby defenders have been all over his receivers. 2nd and 10, ball at the 23-yard line. McHenry back to pass again. Waiting for his receivers to get open. McHenry's going to throw it up into the end zone. Jump ball, incomplete. He had Ryan Sellers open across the middle again, but he was already at that point scrambling, so I think he missed him. But he had an easy, wide-open touchdown if he could have seen Ryan Sellers down in the middle of the field. It's something that Texas High has gone back to time and time again is these long crossing routes in the middle of the field. See what they do here on 3rd and 10. Henry back to pass. Going to scramble to his right. Going to just fling it out. And it's going to be incomplete. Again, these Crosby defenders have been all over the Tigers receivers. Tiger faithful here have showed up, and Nacogdoches not happy with the lack of pass interference calls or holding calls on the Crosby defense. But for the most part, I thought that they've done a pretty good job of not holding. 4th and 10. And they're going to call a timeout. The play clock was about to expire. So Texas High is going to call a timeout. 4th and 10, ball at the 23-yard line. And we'll see what Jerry Stanford in his 3rd season as the head coach here at Texas High decides to come up with, him and offensive coordinator Clint Toon. You don't want to give the ball back to Crosby without any points scored. So 4th and 10 coming up for the Tigers. Ball at the Crosby 23. Henry back to pass. Pressure coming. Incomplete. Just couldn't get it to his receivers. Seller. $11:21 remaining. And this Texas High team right now looks deflated. Daniquez Dunn back out onto the field. He's going to pitch it. Oh, it's a pitch a little hard to Branch. That could have been dangerous. That pitch was a bullet. Branch able to kind of handle it, but that could have been dangerous. He had a Texas High defender right there. Dunn with the quarterback keeper. He's got some room. He's going to cut back. Dunn across the 45, and he's going to slide down. Smart move there by Dunn. We have an injured player on the field. Tyler Thomas, the right guard for Crosby. Walking off with a little bit of help, but .30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Crosby looking for the upset. Daniquez Dunn on the outside. Daniquez Dunn stays in bounds, so the clock's going to continue to run. So if this score holds, we're going to have pandemonium in the 5A Division II bracket. Number one team in the state, Ennis, loses to Mansfield Timberview 42-28. And if this score holds, the number 5 team in 5A Division II is going to also go down in the second round. Crosby's going to try to burn some clock. Play clock is at 3. I'll snap it at 1. Dunn's just going to keep it himself and just dive forward for a gain of about 2. Smart heads-up play. Clayton Smith has had some good plays offensively. We hadn't heard his name a lot on the defensive side of the ball. Of course, he's going to the University of Oklahoma. Play some Big 12 defense. A lot of the games are probably going to look like this. Branch on the outside. Branch trying to put the end to this game, and he is taken down by Clayton Smith at the 10-yard line. Clock is still rolling. Dunn, ball is on the ground. Dunn's going to get back on top of it. under 9 minutes remaining here in this second round matchup. Class 5A, Division II. Dunn going to bounce it to the outside. He's going to stutter step for a second. There is a flag. And there's another scuffle. I've said it all night. This game has been like this. And we're going to take a break. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Good ideas catch on fast. Good clean food, even faster. Now delivering for lunch and dinner. Panera, food as it should be.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
Panera's new Baja Warm Grain Bowl is full of tasty, good-for-you ingredients, fresh and filling, so that you too will be full of good. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Panera, food as it should be.
100 years ago, Texas UIL football began to define competitive spirit and tradition. And from that moment, we changed how the game was played. Our gridirons shaped legends. Our leaders went on to bring home national championships and Hall of Fame honors, shattering records, some still standing today. Texas is high school football. Deeply rooted in all generations, Fox Sports Southwest and the UIL proudly celebrate 100 years of Texas high school football. Presented by Jack in the Box.
Welcome back to Homer Bryce Stadium. There was a holding call on that play, so it's going to be second and goal from the 25-yard line. It's been getting chippy the entire game. Referees haven't done much about it, and at some point it's going to come to a head, and it looked like maybe that was what it was. Both coaches have talked to their entire team, so this pass is incomplete. Done with a bullet pass to Mont Wilson, incomplete. 8:11 remaining here in this ball game. Got to bring up 3rd and 25. Dunn back to pass, going to just throw it up. It's caught. Another touchdown. Jalen Herman. His 4th reception for a touchdown on the game, and that should be the dagger. Back-to-back 60-point games for this Crosby offense. 8:04 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Your score, Crosby 62, Texas High 28. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, color, full of good. So you can be too. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Give the gift of fun to everyone on your list with in-store assembly and free curbside pickup. Merry Christmas from Academy Sports and Outdoors.
62-28 is our score. 8:04 remaining here in the ball game here at Homer Bryce Stadium, home of the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks, one of the only FCS schools to play a complete 10-game schedule this year due to COVID. It's all been a roller coaster ride for all sports. The Lumberjacks were able to play 10 games and improve a lot. This one's going to be fair caught. And we got a flag coming out, and yeah, this is probably going to get an injection on this play. Unfortunate. It looked like a player. No, they're not going to inject him. Texas High player did swing. Thought that might have been an injection, but it's just going to be 15 yards. So ball is going to be spotted at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, 8:04 remaining here in the ballgame. It's going to be a handoff on the outside. Swallowed up. That is Wade Lewis. Has been all over the field tonight. The big fella, 6'2", 240-pound senior, has been moving all over the field tonight. Handoff up the middle, the best run of the game so far for Texas High. That's Witcher, who's gotten a lot of carries here tonight. By far their best run. That hasn't been on a scramble from McHenry. Now 7 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Another handoff to Witcher, trying to find a hole on the outside. Can't find anything. Going to gain about 2 yards on the play. So it appears that Texas High is going to just run the ball and run the clock. Another handoff to Witcher. He's up the middle. Witcher found some space. Good enough for a first down.
Witcher picks up the first down for the Tigers. 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Six minutes and counting remaining here in the ball game. McHenry back to pass. He's going to find a receiver. It's off the helmet. There's going to be a flag. This is going to be pass interference. The ball hit Caden Miller right in the head. Bounced off his forehead. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And the ball is going to be spotted at the 39-yard line in Crosby territory. 5:52 now remaining in the game. Blitz coming. It's caught by Ryan Sellers. There's flags all over the field. Going to be another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Texas High. Going to move them back 15 yards. And this is one of those games that you're now just kind of waiting for the clock to expire. 5:45 remaining. We're getting some discussion from the referees. Not sure what the discussion is. At the head coach, Crosby, Jerry Prito talking on the far side. They're going to spot the ball a little bit. They're going to spot the ball at the 44-yard line of Crosby. And the clock's going to roll. Handoff. Again, a good run there. Witcher's been the workhorse on this drive. Witcher with the carry again. Going to gain about 3 yards on the play. Going to bring up a fourth down. The fourth down on the sticks on the far side, but on the scoreboard it says third down. On the chains, it says fourth down. Pass is complete. Going to be good enough for a first down. Caden Miller, the leading target today for Texas High. Had 1 touchdown reception. Brayson McHenry had 3 touchdown passes on the day. And the 4th touchdown for Texas High was Clayton Smith, a 1-yard touchdown run on 4th and goal from the 1. Reaching about 4 minutes now. Pass is complete. Good move on the outside by Rogers. Blake Rogers with a couple good moves. It was a Texas High first down. And Rogers is going to come up limping. Ben DePriest is going to come in for the injured Rogers. Henry up to pass. Ryan Sellers incomplete. We're now at 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the ball game. Crosby leads 62-28. And will go on to play Huntsville. Number 1 team in this bracket was defeated tonight as Ennis loses. So Huntsville's got to like this. McHenry able to get out of a sack. He's going to try to make something happen. Gets a pretty good gain there inside the 10. Tackled at the 7. Witcher down to the 2. Going to get the first down. It's going to be first and goal from the 2-yard line. Three minutes remaining in this Class 5A Division II playoff matchup. Witcher trying to fight into the end zone, and he is not going to get there. He's going to gain 1. He's going to bring up second and goal from the 1. And off to Witcher again. He gets in this time for the touchdown. So Texas High adds a score late. And pending the PAT of a 62-35 ball game. I hope it didn't just jinx the kicker, Oscar Hernandez. Announcers jinx, what is that? PAT is up and good. Crosby leads Texas High 62-35, 2:19 remaining here in the ball game. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Give the gift of fun to everyone on your list with in-store assembly and free curbside pickup. Merry Christmas from Academy Sports and Outdoors.
(62-35) is our score now. 2:19 remaining in this ball game. The hands team comes on for Crosby. Just seeing if they're going to kick an onside kick. We'll see if they do, or do they decide to just kick it deep and call it a night. Texas High kind of looks like they're going to run the onside kick. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. It's going to be pretty hard to come back from this deficit. They are going to kick off deep. Branch is just going to let it sit there. They're going to get on it. Smart play. Smart play from the special teamsman. Miles, because if he doesn't fall on that, Texas High could have picked it up. I think Branch thought it was going to go into the end zone. Well, tonight, it was all Reggie Branch. He had 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns. He's committed and will be playing for Incarnate Word next year. They're going to get a special quick player out there in San Antonio. Taniquez Dunn had 6 passing touchdowns on the night. 4 of those to Jalen Herman. The fade routes were plenty in this game. And the ball's going to come out. Texas High is going to recover this ball. So the backups have come in for Crosby. And Texas High is going to come up with the ball inside the 10-yard line. 2:10 remaining. They could make this a 20-point game. These last 8 minutes of this ball game kind of drug on. A lot of penalties and plays that were uncalled for, but 2:10 remaining. Henry pass to Clayton Smith. Touchdown. Say there's a penalty. We'll see if this was offense or defensive pass interference. We're going to say defensive pass interference is declined, so Clayton Smith adds another touchdown. He has a rushing and a receiving. It's McHenry's 4th passing touchdown of the day. And Texas High is a point away from making this a 20-point game. PAT is up and good. So with 2:03 remaining in the game, Texas High brings it within 20. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Give the gift of fun to everyone on your list with in-store assembly and free curbside pickup. Merry Christmas from Academy Sports and Outdoors.
We have 2:03 remaining in the ballgame here at Hovind Bryce Stadium in beautiful Nacogdoches, Texas. I imagine now you might get an onside kick. You might get an onside kick now. Texas High kicked it deep their last one possession. Crosby fell on it inside their own 5-yard line. We'll see if they decide to kick it deep again and try to pin them back. Oscar Hernandez. They'll kick it deep again. This one's going to be fair caught inside the 5. Good decision there by Reggie Branch. I'm sure the coaching staff told them what to do on that one, not let it go. So with the new rule, if you fair catch it with inside the 25, you'll get it at the 25. Trying to limit hits, unnecessary hits on kickoffs. Another way that trying to make the game of football safer. Smart play there by the senior. So you had one drive that the backup quarterback came in, and now they said, you know what, Daniqua's done. Yeah, you're going to go back out there. Let's try to finish this one out. And Crosby's going to call a timeout. Their first time out of the half. We're going to take a quick break with them. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Give the gift of fun to everyone on your list with in-store assembly and free curbside pickup. Merry Christmas from Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Back here live on TexanLive.com. Be sure to subscribe to Texan Live. You can find all sorts of 5A, 6A playoff games done. Got to be careful. Holds on to the ball. Is able to keep it secure. Gain of 5 there. And under 2 minutes remaining. You can subscribe to Texan Live and watch all sorts of 5A and 6A playoff action. Of course, the 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A divisions have finished up their season here tonight. 5A's and 6A state championships will be in a couple of weeks. I'll give you a final score for the 4A Division I championship. Argyle 59, Lindale 21. So the Argyle, this is going to be a fumble Daniquez Dunn able to get back on top of it. That could have been real dangerous. Clayton Smith almost got on top of that football. And Jerry Pareto, the head coach for Crosby, has got to be thinking, let's just get out of this ball game. Haven't had many turnovers. Play clock's going to roll down. Got 8 seconds on the play clock, 42 on the game clock. So the Crosby Tigers are going to move on to the next round. And that's going to stop the clock. They're actually going to keep the clock running. So now it's 15 seconds remaining, and the Crosby Tigers are going to move on to the next round. They'll play number 4 Huntsville next week. Our final score, Crosby 62, Texas High 42. Daniquez Dunn ends his night with 6 touchdown passes, 4 to Jalen Herman and 2 to Reggie Branch. Branch added 3 more rushing touchdowns. And for back-to-back weeks, Crosby Tigers have put up 60 points. This change to Daniquez Dunn and Reggie Branch, the switch at quarterback, and that has sparked this offense. For the Texas High Tigers, they finished their season 11-1. 11-1. Clayton Smith, their 6'5 senior, his high school career is now over. He'll go on to Norman, Oklahoma to play with the Sooners next season. Our final score is 62-42 here at Homer Bryce Stadium. Be sure to tune in tomorrow as Nederland and Pine Tree will play here at Homer Bryce Stadium. I'll bring you all the action for that one as well. So that's going to do it for us tonight. Special thanks to Thad Beavis on the camera today. We'll be back tomorrow, Pine Tree and Nederland. The final score, Crosby 62, Texas High 42. You've been watching TexanLive.com.